Hello and welcome to the Chapter 15, Section 1 video on the nervous system. I'm Mrs. Erling, and Mr. Knox and Mrs. Kim are also here today. You can follow along to this video in your textbook from pages 600 to 604. And remember, you can pause or go back at any point that you need. We're learning about how the nervous system works. So there's several functions of the nervous system. It receives information about what's happening inside and outside your body. It directs the way in which your body responds to this information. So you know what's happening, and then your body responds to this information about what is happening. And it helps your body maintain homeostasis. The nervous system, we can see in the picture, is made of your brain and your spinal cord. Sometimes you'll hear them separate and call it three parts: the brain stem, and the spinal cord. Whether you call it two or three things, it's still the same pieces.
Okay, this is a picture of a neuron. Neuron is a cell, and it carries electrical messages or nerve impulses from your brain to the rest of the body and also back to the brain. So right here is a nucleus, that is the control center of the neuron or the cell, and what will happen is the electrical message will enter here, and then it'll be passed down the long axon. It'll go out the axon tip, and then it'll jump to another neuron that is nearby, and it moves very quickly, and that's how messages are sent back and forth throughout your body. You have three types of neurons in your body. You have sensory neurons. Think of the word sense. It picks up the information from the environment, either outside or inside, and basically you're using your five senses. Then in your brain, the interneurons will interpret the incoming message, and then the motor neuron will tell your body how to react, how to move. For example, let's say your sensory neuron picked up the information that you stepped on a nail. The interneuron will say, hey, I just stepped on a nail, ouch. Then the motor neuron will tell your foot to lift up, and maybe your hands to grab your foot and start jumping around. So sensory neuron senses, interneuron interprets, motor neuron tells your body how to move.
Question.
All right. So, as Mrs. Kim said, there's three types of neurons. There's a sensory neuron, an interneuron, and a motor neuron. And together, all three of them work together so you guys can respond to the environment. A perfect example of you guys responding to the environment is your cell phone ringing. When you guys hear your cell phone ring, it's your ears picks that up. Your senses in your ears, one of your senses is hearing, so that signal gets sent to the brain, all the way up to your brain, and your brain interprets that sound as a ringing sound, your phone ringing. This is your interneurons, and then your interneurons transfer a message to your muscles or through your motor neurons to pick up the cell phone. So all three of these nerves work together for you guys to respond to the environment. Another example of you guys responding to the environment is obviously touching a hot pan. You grab a hot pan, it's your sensory neurons, you feel it, your sensory neuron sends a signal to your brain says, ow, that's hot, I better move my hand, and it sends it through a motor neuron to your muscles to let the pan go. So this is how this nervous system works. Sensory neuron, interneuron, motor neuron. All three of those nerves work together so you guys respond to the environment. Thank you.